we've been running since last week, and I want to especially thank you for the support that you have thrown behind me and my team over the last couple of weeks. We are very pleased, and we hope that it continues. Very soon across the world, our name should be heard, and of course the vision that we have for this particular program should be realized in no time. I'm very positive about that. This afternoon we have tabled 2 topics for conversation. The first one, we are looking at the petition to remove the EC chairs and then the special prosecutor. We understand that the Chief Justice Bafo-Boni, he has dismissed these petitions. Also again, we shall be looking at KOKU and the latest developments. Yesterday we had the head of public relations of KOKU board join us in studio to also dispel some allegations relative to debts being accrued over the years. I think 3 days earlier, one MPP rep had come here to say that their administration inherited a debt of 19 billion from the Eswal Mahama administration, and so he came to talk about that. Also spoke about the 237 million Ghana cedis that has been doled out to cocoa farmers, and the other amounts that have been doled out to people that the institution owes. And so these are the 2 topics that we shall be discussing on the show today. I've been joined this afternoon by my good friend and brother Selom Dramani Jamado. He is the leader for the Ghana Action Network. If you've been watching your TVs, you've been watching television over the last years, you see him. He's been leading protests across the country, and he speaks for he speaks for the country. And so actions that are inimical to the interest of our nation, he is one of the people that you see rising up against those actions, and he's non-partisan, I should say. And so even in this administration, I think he has already led a demonstration. And so yes, kudos to Selom Dramani Jamado. Welcome once again.
Thank you very much, Bless, and thanks for the opportunity, and thanks for this innovative program to champion the issues that are rearing their ugly heads in the country. And I believe that this show would definitely be one of the most authoritative current affairs program in the country. I mean, afternoon current affairs program on television, national agenda. I like the name, national agenda. And that means that you come to this table with a non-partisan but patriotic stance on issues.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you.
Right. Saka Salia is no stranger to Pan-African television. On numerous occasions, I've hosted him on the morning show, but I've poached him here too. Saka, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm cool.
And the New Patriotic Party?
Yeah, the New Patriotic Party is doing well.
Everything is all
Everything
right.
is going well.
Great.
Yeah.
And your wives?
What do you mean by that? I don't know. Wives. I don't have wives.
You have wife.
Yes.
You have wife.
Yes.
I'm tempted to believe that
your constitution.
Saka has a wife, but Saka, to state it clearly, Saka is married too. But I have the feeling that when the NPP comes to power, you don't know the other one.
Yeah, I have a right to do whatever.
Oh, so you will?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, even for step now. So we are entitled to 4.
We are entitled to 4. So the dream is to have all 4.
Well, I mean, if it comes,
right.
We will not say no.
Right. I wish you the best. I wish you the best.
I wish you the best. Before you move from Saka, let me add that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answer your prayers in this month of Ramadan.
Thank you very much.
And accept your heart of ibadah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right. Let's proceed. let's proceed. Let's start our conversation. We'll head straight into the petitions to remove EC Chair Madam Jane Mensah. I nearly said Charlotte to say Madam Jane Mensah and her deputies. Also, there was a petition to remove the OSP, or the Special Prosecutor, Mr. Kisi Ejabeng. Now, these petitions have been dismissed by the Chief Justice, Justice Bafo Boni. Why did he do that? According to him, upon examining these petitions, there was no prima facie evidence, and so there was no substance in the petitions that were presented to him upon careful scrutiny. What does this mean? These are the questions that we'll be asking on the show today. I've heard people from the NDC speak. They express their dissatisfaction with the decision of Justice Paul Bafo Boni on these petitions. They feel that they carried weighty matters, and it should have gone further, or should have graduated to the next stage, and perhaps even to the very point where there would have been a dismissal of Madam Jane Mensah, her deputies, and also the Special Prosecutor, Mr. Kisi Ejabeng. But of course, according to the Chief Justice, there was no substance in these petitions, and so he threw them out. I'm going to start the conversation with Saka Salia. Perhaps as a member of the New Patriotic Party, maybe not, he thought that looking at what had transpired relative to the outgone Chief Justice, perhaps they felt that this current administration was on a mission to ensure that certain people who occupied certain institutions in government would be removed. And of course, I can say categorically here on the national agenda that some leaders of the New Patriotic Party, they stated emphatically that they thought so, yes, that they believed that this was a politically motivated move, and the persons behind these petitions were even members of the National Democratic Congress. And so they were thoroughly convinced that the petition was going to graduate to the next level, to the very point that the removal of Madam Jane Mensah and her deputies would come to fruition. But that hasn't happened. I want to find out from Saka Salia, what does the New Patriotic Party think of this current decision of the Chief Justice relative to this government?
Yeah, thank you very much. Bless. Thank you, my brother Dramana. Thank you. Let me say good morning, good afternoon to our cherished listeners and those that are watching us. First of all, let me say that I'm not surprised with the outcome of those petitions.
Why?
I will explain to you. But let me emphasize this point, that you see, these independent bodies, they are not meant to be appointed and removed whimsically. That's the reason why, if you look at the Constitution,
Welfare Protection and Article 146.
The Article 146, it says that a justice of the Superior Court or a chairman of the Regional Tribunal shall not be removed from office except for stated misbehavior. And then there are three. You see, but the emphasis here is shall not be removed from office. So they want to emphasize that these people should not be whimsically appointed and removed, except. So now they said they shall not be removed from office. So now they are just bringing the exceptions, except for stated misbehavior, except for incompetence and infirmity of body or inability to perform their duties. So the emphasis here is that they are there to perform a function, and except that they are incompetent, they cannot do the work, there is infirmity of body or mind, which means that they cannot perform their function, or stated misbehavior. The stated misbehavior is not defined, it's generic. So that stated misbehavior could be anything that is unlawful, anything that is impugn the integrity of the office and all that. So, but there has been some subculture that is fast developing in the Ghanaian political space, and that is that when I come to power, then let's remove either the Chief Justice, let's remove the Electoral Commission, let's remove some independent statutory bodies that are performing their functions, so that they can be answerable to the government in power. So when you have such situation, you have a situation where people who might want to be, you know, to be in your good books, to be in the good books of the ruling government, would do certain things like search or manufacture some petitions and then submit it, and then maybe sometimes it's a gamble. Maybe they will have they will see the light of day. And sometimes too, when the political establishment, like the ruling government, says that, oh, you will see the back of you, like what I said in Katia was doing, it's like inviting people to write petitions. Because if the government itself continue to say that we want to remove you, we will remove you, and serve that notice strongly, and especially when anytime a ruling or an action does not favor them, then they resort to threats. If the EC does not do A, B, C, D, we will remove them, and all those things. We've seen some of these threats being executed by the government. It was a promise that they will reset the judiciary, and we saw what happened, where petitions were written by so many people, and not even one of those petitions, you know, so to speak, could not even, you know, get to the threshold that is needed to remove a Chief Justice. But because the government was